For example, what's the common mistakes when we paint the trees? So we'll paint also with indigo color. So just take indigo. So I hope you prepared your paints and paper as well. This is a simple cellulose. So just an example. When you paint the trees, so this is our trunks. So the common mistake was, as I wrote to everyone who had it and said it also just now on my feedback, how you paint your tree. Yes, but this is not the actual tree as on the nature. This already looked like a cutted tree. So for what I meant to say, to make your branches of the trees differently. So you just how we practice on the first lesson, that we make those branches growing up and long. We make them even different with some of them will be much thicker, some of them much thinner. So this how we try to copy the nature. And make our tree different with different branches. They even grow sometimes not up. So as you see on the photo reference, for example. And other things. So it's for you just to see an example. And other thing, if now you don't have a cotton paper, like which would stand a lot of technique, you can practice on cellulose paper. So this is my cellulose paper, and the technique on cellulose paper are different. It stands only like alla prima, like very quick away with one layer. And I will show you an example, like when we want to make a background and a foreground, and we do it very quickly. So I make the first one. By the way, who is painting with me now? Just write me something so I can see that you're here. I see that you follow the rules, the technique, you follow my words, you understand as well. And also that cellulose paper is getting dry very quickly. That's why you need to make this painting is very fast. So, and the first layer would be made on very wet paper, and for example my very first trees on a background, so I also make them differently and very fast with very light pigment. This is still indigo. So the next one, just painting trees with you. Great. The next one, I just add a little bit more of indigo. You can use any color, like dark color, like brown or even black if you don't have indigo. So the next layer will be still on wet paper, but made with more dark pigment. can also add some more details as these branches or something like different branches. Yes, this is still cellulose paper, this is not cotton one, so it's good to practice anyway. Of course, to make nice paintings on cellulose paper, need to own the technique, need to learn a lot different big technique. And one is the other reason of the cellulose that is losing its shape. That's why it's difficult always to control. So as it's still wet, I add much dark pigment, so it's already like a paste, my color. So there is no water because the paper is still wet. And now I paint this big tree in front, for example, with this different shape, the branches. Repeating the trunks, make the trunks, not trunks, branches, pardon, made branches differently. How much too deep? Sorry, I don't understand the question. How much the deep of what? So when you use just tip of the brush, you can make different type of the branches, so thin and thick as well. How much too deep water? What is means? How do you know how much water to take? You just see. You never can't say. What do you mean? It's all practice. Nobody will say how much grams of the pigment and how much grams of the color. You just see, and I show it on my work with in palette how I mix the colors, and when I add water, when I use just a pure pigment. This is still on the wet paper, and even next step could be after its paper is already dry completely, so the other trees will be more obvious, like more, how say, concrete, or more obvious in the shape, so they won't be blurry on the as others on the background. So that's how we can paint foreground, so the next tree on the dry paper. So now I won't paint it, so I need just to make this or to wait the paper is dry. Does your painting get powdery after drying? I don't mean powdery after drying. No painting. If it's 100% cotton paper, it doesn't change any shape and any quality. Well, unfortunately for the cellulose paper, it would be opposite. As much as many layers you will make on this on cellulose paper, you will get even some like rotten paper, like it's broken and have some little things on it. So practice on cellulose as well, but in very quick technique, because like for example, if it was cotton paper, then I could make it dry, make it wet again, and make much more layers, so it would still stay the same paper, and you will see a lot of layers and trees. Notice here, like now I can't make it wet again, so it will be washed away all the colors. Maybe you use better paint. It doesn't do that. No, paint is not, doesn't make any differences. I mean, of course, if it's the colors or the paints, it's from the Kinder shop, then it's not for watercolor. But everything in watercolor is important about the paper. Not even the brushes. As you see, I have very cheap brush, and they are even very old, like more than 10 years, and they are losing their hairs because of the quality was very cheap and pure quality. But when you own the technique, you can paint with any brushes. So, but more important is the paper.